Hey man, joining me is 1437 as we get into Alliance versus Virtus.Pro game number 2. And Alliance are of course trailing one game after Virtus.Pro completely destroyed them in every single team fight in the last game. It was gosh darn brutal. Alliance, can you put together a better team fighting roster this time around, or are you gonna get stomped to the ground once again? I certainly hope not, but Theben, let's find out. What do you think?
They gave the again.
10 seconds.
VP's gonna have Sven once again. The thing about VP is they don't get tired of playing.
Remaining.
They like
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Shadow Demon.
Ooh, I like this though.
They might pick something else other than Sven, just maybe like small percent chance, but I think they're just gonna take the Sven.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
10 seconds
Why wouldn't
remaining.
you?
It's just like, it's not, the thing about VP is it's not just the Sven that's the problem, right? It's everybody on the team, right?
Alliances
Everyone's playing some kind of tier 1 powerful hero. So if you put all your emphasis onto that Sven, then everybody else owns you, right? Because you're no longer focusing the other heroes in the game. And VP, like, their chance of winning this game just skyrocketed again, like game 1, because they just have this combo already that puts so much stress onto Alliance's draft.
5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban.
Hey man, this is the last day of the patch, okay? It's just the last day. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy
Just
it.
enjoy it.
Enjoy Sven. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. But I like what Alliance are doing.
Yeah,
They're trying to come up with some answers for it. Like
S4
the Shadow Demon is a nice answer to the Omni Knight.
remaining.
Timber is a nice answer to this double strength lane. So yeah, I mean, I
5 seconds
can
remaining.
dig Alliance
Turn to
answers.
ban.
Is it going to be strong enough to beat the Sven though? See, I kind of feel like they haven't really gotten, well, I don't know, it's about how you play is how you beat Sven. You have to be invading his triangle, you have to be trying to catch him out as he's farming and he's vulnerable. These heroes won't do that, but they will
10
win in the lane.
seconds
And Shadow Demon is going to help out in the team fights to counter this this GA.
5
stuff.
seconds remaining.
This is a pretty annoying hero to deal with,
Yeah.
for sure. But pretty sure VP is also ready for this. Having the Omni and Sven together throughout the game is gonna be better than
Virtus.Pro's turn
having
to
a bad
ban.
lane against the Timber though. The Timber will have a pretty good lane, that's for sure. But VP do have 3 follow-up picks just to shut down this
Turn to
Timber.
ban.
Time they banned the Phantom Assassin out. Last game they did not ban the Phantom Assassin out, but this time they do. They see that maybe the Timber could create enough space for the PA to be stronger and farm more, but or have more space to be able to deal with the Sven.
Open up the map.
5 seconds remaining.
Self-check
Lions
down.
ban out the Invoker. Now DP all of a sudden looks pretty decent too against the Lions. DP's pretty bad against Shadow Demon though. When you get Demonic Purged, if you cast Yules, like DP is dependent on the Yules, right? When they jump you need to go in the air while you're siphoning so you can heal while you're invincible. The Purge removes the Yules right away. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even go, you go up for like a 0.1 second and it gets removed. So DP isn't the best, but it's one of the better heroes against Timbersaw. The silence is annoying, siphon's annoying. Sometimes Timber joins out any armor stacks.
Yeah, that's definitely a way you can catch him off guard and try and run him down. You need to have some ideas on how to bring down this hero because, you know, Virtus.Pro, whilst they're really good at putting together these drafts, you know, they almost always do it in a way which counters the opening picks of the enemy team. So whatever they pick up, I'm fairly sure it's going to be a pretty good idea on how to get rid of these heroes.
We might still see the Death Prophet. That's what I'm thinking, man, from Alliance or VP, like one of the teams. I think most likely Alliance. They do still like it against the Zombie Knight. VP didn't ban it out. Alliance do ban out the Mars, so we will not be seeing this. We will not be seeing the same draft from VP. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because the Mars is gone, and they banned the Storm too. This gives an opening for VP now to get their Void Spirit, which they play very well with. I don't think they're gonna go Kunkka. Because of the Timbersaw on the side of VP. So Void Spirit, something I want to see from VP.
10 seconds.
Phoenix, probably not the best choice. Possible Skywrath
5
mage game
seconds remaining.
from Virtus.Pro. That's a pretty good hero against Timbersaw.
I mean, it's not great playing into the disruption because you can kill Flare pretty well. Still like it.
It's just about the silence, right? The magic burst that you have. You also have a Sven on your lineup. Oh, you got that disable. Well. Save. Get for yourself. I mean, Alliance is gonna pick first. They're gonna get the position 5 here. It's looking like. There's no Undying, obviously, because first phase banned. That's like FNG's tier 1 S tier hero that loves to play, other than Omni Knight. Venge draft. We could also possibly see a Venge draft come out from Alliance.
Quite like that.
Lashrak. Oh, a different round. Interesting.
Spicing it up. I like this. You know, go out with a bang. Try some new ideas. It's the end of the patch. See what you can do. Something you've been thinking
Dude,
about.
I like this hero. So this Lashrak, they also picked against who was that? Gambit, I think.
5 seconds remaining.
In their best of 5, they played against Gambit. Yeah, and they had a Lashrak. Oh, that was really good game for it.
Yeah.
So this is most likely mid Lesh, right? That's it. Like they actually, I'm surprised they even picked their mid this early and like holding off on their +5 for now.
Viper. There's the answer to the Timbersaw, as we mentioned earlier on, and does do pretty damn well versus that Lashrak as well. You just drop the ultimate on him, it stops him running around and just kind of blasting everyone down with its magic. It's very annoying. Good pipe builder as well.
10 seconds
and
remaining.
This means most likely a tiny pickup from Virtus.Pro, so
5 seconds
they can have
remaining.
that with the Viper in the offlane. If it's a Viper mid, they can push 3 hero, and then we won't be seeing a tiny. That's the case. But Viper is also very good against Lashrak middle, so that's why I'm kind of leaning more towards this Viper going mid against Lash.
In Alliance though, next pick. This is usually the point where they pick up their carry, but I believe they have. Yeah, there we go. They will grab the lifesteal and save the last pick for their possible.
So this makes me think, because they picked a lifestealer right now, that the Lashrak could be a flex on the 4 now, not the mid laner anymore. And then the Shadow Demon will be the 5, and they just wait to see VP's last 2 heroes and then draft up something to counter all of that. Because Timber doesn't really need help, right? Laning into a Sven Omni Knight. So there's even a potential Alliance that's just gonna tri-lane with this Lashrak Lifestealer Shadow Demon combo and just like solo this Timber, which I wouldn't be surprised with. They've done something similar to that before in the past. A different situation, but still the idea is there. If you're not seeing the Lifestealer, maybe they're probably deterring from picking a Lifestealer, from picking a tiny, or even putting the Viper in the offlane. This is looking more like a mid Viper now.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I'm mostly looking at this Lashrak and just wondering, you know, it's really nice to combo it up with the Shadow Demon. Of course, if he's not a core, then he doesn't have to be farming, so he can just go around with the Shadow Demon. These two can just make plays through the entire game, and it's very easy to make happen. Virtus.Pro, however, are going to take the so that's going to confirm the Viper is going to be mid, and that is going to mean the Tide Hunter is going to be in the off lane. Now, does a Tide survive versus a tri-lane of Lifestealer, Lashrak, and...
There's not a lot of heroes who can survive tri-lane if it's just 2 going into the off lane. My concern more is about the Timber versus the Tide. Like, you just drafted Tide into Timber, so this Timber is having much more of a free game now. Like, either side lanes he goes to, doesn't matter for him. Honestly, they could just solo Timber safe lane now and just go aggro tri-lane with Lifestealer, Lashrak, and
okay,
that could be the play for... Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the play from Alliance. Like, why not? Unless they obviously put the Lashrak mid, then they'll pick another 4 or 5, and then still, it should tri-lane, I think, on the side of Alliance. They need to do something a bit different, and Timber is going to have a good lane no matter who he plays against.
Yeah, he should be fine. An S4, you know, he likes
Turn to bat.
making space in this timber. He loves playing alone and just letting his pulse 4 do whatever he wants. Favorite way to be in the off lane, just to enable Handskin to be more active.
Pugna banned out from Virtus.Pro. Think not the best
10
hero
seconds
for Alliance to
remaining.
take, but maybe they're thinking like, oh,
Alliances
they
turn
don't
to
want to get
ban.
pressured up early on and have all their towers be dead to Leshrac, Edict, and Pugna Blast. Yeah, Wind Ranger, they're banning out save heroes right now. Wind Ranger, maybe a Skyrath, possibly. Saves heroes
10
too.
seconds remaining.
So,
5 seconds remaining.
Virtus.Pro, oh no, I was just trying to think if they could actually run the
Tiny.
Viper as a 4 this game. Some really good mid.
Viper as a 4? Did you just say Viper
Yeah.
as a 4?
Did, I
No,
did.
please don't. No.
I mean, putting him on the side
mean,
lane versus a
10
Timber might be really
seconds
nice, and then
remaining.
you can kind of. But
That's kind of true, but you'd
5
rather, I mean, you have
seconds
Tide.
remaining.
Unless Tide goes mid, you know, OG style, right?
Yeah.
Like, unless Tide goes mid, I really don't see this Viper going to silent. And they do ban the Tiny though just for the safety of that, you know, like in case for whatever reason Viper does go all side lane, they don't want that Tiny Viper combo. Just probably the best combo, and VP have played it multiple times.
Alliances
So.
turn to pick.
I'll pick up from them will be the Skyrath Mage, comes down eventually. Long distance snipe.
It was there was many picks that went before this Sky came out, but it came out nonetheless. I do think the Alliance should have got rid of Sky instead of Tiny though.
Yeah.
Just didn't
10
make sense for them to
seconds
put the Tide Hunter mid that much, and they're not gonna Tide off lane,
5
especially
seconds remaining.
against a Timber, right? Like Tiny hates playing his. That's just a given. So this guy will provide a bit of burst damage. Oh, Nyx. Oh no.
I don't like that. I can't.
They're
get
just
that pick,
just
unfortunately.
going so well until I. That's a position for Nyx.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I mean, like, this is kind of considered to be like a classic counter to the Skyrath Mage. Mana burn, very, very good.
And Viper.
Yeah,
third
and
skill.
Viper as well, pretty good. Just kind of stunning him up and locking him down. But I mean, it still makes it. That's the reason we're not really seeing that hero a whole lot. I guess there is 2 heroes as well, which the break's going to be quite good at. 3 heroes, which the break's going to be pretty good against. The Sven, the Viper, and the Tide. I can see its value, but at the same time, I can't get behind it. Can you get behind it?
I really can't, but I can see how it works when the Timber and the Lifestealer win their lanes.
Yeah.
Right? You need both your Silencers to win their lanes really hard. If you can do that, then I can see the Nyx having like impact. Right? The problem with Nyx is his early game, right? He doesn't really provide a lot, and then later in the mid game, like if he gets enough levels, he's a beast, right? If Dota started with all heroes being 14, Nyx would be a god tier hero in almost every single game, right? But that's the problem. Like he doesn't provide a whole lot in the lanes. His early game is a bit weak too, especially when his Vendetta is on cooldown. But if they can get to that mid game, you know, 50 or an Alliance, then this Nyx is going to be extremely valuable. Other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of a last pick Nyx Assassin. I don't think it really it's not the game-changing hero that I was hoping for.
It's not what we were hoping for, but it's what we're getting, and it's what Alliance are going to go for. We got to trust in S4 head or S5 head. Which one's going to turn up? Well, let's find out. Let's get into game number 2 of VP versus Alliance, battling it out for the elimination. And Alliance are very, very close to that elimination. They're putting their faith, their hopes, their dreams in a Handskin Nyx Assassin. Question marks have been raised. Answers maybe on the horizon. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's find out. Chilling out in the safe lane together. I mean, this does look like a good dual lanes now, to be fair. It's good. He's going to see a lot of heroes. Run. That's literally the entire Virtus.Pro squad. Handskin. Right. He's going to be alright.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, that was Nico, baby.
It's gonna be
Take both teams at top, which is quite nice.
yeah, they can do it. Hanskin, we might see him go for that bottom bounty as well. They might just try to get 4 bounties on the side of Alliance here. Quite possible at this rate, but Tide going in is like, no way you get my bounty rune. FNG.
Pops the disruption, interestingly. Nico Baby gonna have to stick around for the bounty rune here, trying to body block up DM, but it's not quick enough as DM's able to grab it, and now FNG, well, he is running into no man's land right now, trying to get to somewhere, but unfortunately he is just gonna drop as save drops down with the spells, a couple of concussive shots, a couple of right clicks, one more will be required. Oh, fairy fire out from FNG. He can get out of caution.
TPK.
Oh, digging through the trees, digging through the trees. He's not going to be out the other side, though, just trying to hide. As, he's now going for the block.
No,
he's not trying to block out a save here. That's really nice.
No.
The TP now as well. He's actually going to live. No first blood for you, save. Oh, that was beautiful. Using the disruption illusions to block his pathing so he couldn't follow through the trees and allow him to TP out. Incredible stuff from Hanskin.
Hanskin, FNG, give the man credit. The right.
Sorry, FNG. Jesus.
That was crazy.
Jesus. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh. I thought he was just dead, and not only that, he wasted GPK's time too. GPK didn't get a block, had to TP back to the mid lane. Does have to walk back top, but that's okay. He carries a lifestealer. He doesn't mind solo.
Yeah, and Save only just arrived back to the top lane as well because he spent so long walking from the that camp over up towards the lifesteal, so he's only just arrived. They've been very to put on Nico Baby. Yeah, thumbs up for FNG. Incredible. So
very classic stuff happening. Post 4 goes behind the second creep wave, drags it in front of Timber's tower, and S4 just gonna do S4 things. Chill down here, farm it up. He will start pressuring up Sven once he's like level 3, level 4-ish. But for now, it's just gonna be a farm fest down here.
Yep, just eat them creeps. See who comes out on top. And it will be a slight advantage to S4 in the end, but Sven's going to help to bounce back with the creep, so it won't be long. He's behind it, though. That said, S4 is struggling off the bat. With only having himself 4-2 currently. 10-2. Not good stats, but hopefully that should improve over time as he gets a couple more points in from death. While at mid, we have Limp laning up into GPK, the Leshrac into the Viper. Pretty bad damage up this one. He is indeed. Yeah, poisoned up. 5 stacks upon it.
That's a TP for him.
Ooh, in comes disruption from FNG. Limp is ready with the stun. Lands it nicely, controlling up the GPK Viper, but he's actually just going to straight TP himself away. Goes all the way back to the fountain though, so that is costly.
Limp, what is his plan? Oh, he doesn't know where the Viper is.
Radiant's
he thinks Viper won, but he
attack.
actually went back to base. He's still gonna stick around though. Needs only one more creep to get his bottle up. Good play then from FNG. Because if he didn't do that, Leshrac would have been completely kicked out, lost a bunch of XP. Not only does he save him and gets back to the base, but also double stacks in the jungle too, which Leshrac loves to farm at 6.
Yeah, he does indeed. Burst through these. I mean, Leshrac is essentially played the exactly same way as Zeus is these days. Use those magic damage to take down the creep waves, break down some stacks, and get some money. Simple. Really talked a whole lot about the top lane since the very start shenanigans, but it is Tide versus Lifestealer. Classically, Lifestealer is pretty happy in this lane, and it's just going to open up FNG to make these rotations and feel safe that his is not going to get killed off. So we'll probably see a bit more of that, or we'll just make stats, one or the other.
I think stacks is just better because have Leshrac who wants. But then again, VP know those stacks are happening. Viper will want to steal them.
Yeah, they're aware of that side of
and Tide.
Let these stacks go.
I fully expect both DM and GPK to just run in there about 5.5 minutes in, maybe 6 minutes in.
Denied.
Limp does get a haste rune and just farming it up. Try to Viper any longer while he still has that haste.
Get out of jail free card. It's very nice for him in the mid lane. Like he doesn't want to be playing aggressively remotely on this Viper. He just wants to survive this lane and then
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Epileptic Kid still doing very well at the moment, level 4. Last time I saw S4 play into this Omni Sven combo with this Timber. I think it was an Omni Sven combo. He did very, very well. This time around, not good. I wonder if it's because of the Nyx factor. Could possibly be. Oh, Hatskin steals the bounty. Done. Good. FNG going for the other bounty. Dude, FNG has just been such a menace this game. Damn. This man, he refuses to lose. It's like a...
Yeah, he's he wants his team to stay in the tournament. He's doing everything he can. He's making the plays. He's having an absolutely dream time on this Shadow Demon so far, making a ton of really nice plays.
First 5 minutes has been really spot on by FNG so far.
Good stuff. That rotation to mid, the 0-minute jukes. Let's take
Limp. It's time.
Radiant are scared.
Wants the farm. 5:30. Here it is. Any rotations from BP? Doesn't look like it. Oh, look at this juicy farm. Oh, that feels so good.
Yum yum creeps. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Epileptic is kind of being chased by S4 here. He's trying to go for the kills. Ilias is going to be able to heal him up though, so I don't think he's in too much danger of actually dying. Though saying that, he just hits level 6, gets the Chakram, and that's going to be blood for S4 solo onto the Sven. Whilst this Leshrac farms up these jungle creeps all by himself. I mean, this is looking real good for Alliance currently.
Just the fact that they got that farm and get instantly went from 6 to 7 as soon as he kills this creep, like
Dire's top
far
tower
away.
is under
And
attack.
this is where it's so problematic for VP, right? The catapult is down here. The Viper canceled this TP, so he can't actually get down here to try and save this tower either. As for a little bit low on mana, that's pretty much the only saving grace for them, right?
Yeah, but he's going to pop that Soul Ring and throw a bit of harassment the way of Ilias. Continue to chop him down. Meanwhile, Lifestealer going for a play onto DM up in the top lane. They want to crack the water mill, and they might be able to do exactly that. Axe Special going to help you against the magic damage of the Leshrac. They could maybe pop them Rage as well, just to purge it off so they bring him down. Meanwhile, Handskin at mid is going to get targeted down. Sans going for the TP as well, but he's not going to be able to make it out of there. Save and GPK just do way too much damage to him, and he will fall.
Bottom still on the tower. Ilias trying his absolute best. He's got pretty good levels for himself, but that catapult is just not dying. As for get to fall.
He is tanking up from the tower, tanking up from Ilias, trying to run around in circles, decides, hey, you know what? My time on this lane is done. Meanwhile, Limb dies up in the middle lane.
Big
Let's take
ravage.
down the Leshrac. That's pretty insane. They got themselves both FNG and Limb, and now open up this tower at mid.
So DM sees GPK and Save completely controlling the mid lane. Decides to as soon as he's alive. It's that big ravage onto these heroes. That's a hero you want to shut down. Leshrac. You don't want to let whatsoever. Because if he does, he's going to take all your towers very quickly. He's very hard to catch with that Boots of Travels build. And he just completely out of control. Very tight game so far. Like, the cores are maybe 100, 200 gold apart from each other. Like, you see Alliance all up, but it's very close.
It is tight. It is tight. Less than 1k gold advantage for Alliance currently. And this Sven, you know, he's got the 3 points in Great Cleave. He's going to run into the jungle and just do as much as he possibly can. He will farm faster than the Lifestealer if they give him the space to do so. Meanwhile, they found FNG going for a D-ward here. He's going to get dropped pretty quickly by Save and GPK. Disruption comes out, but then stun comes in from Handskin. Doesn't quite connect onto GPK. FNG with the heals. Not enough, though. He's going to get burnt away by the fortunate GPK. This combo of Viper and the Skywrath is very nice as well. Just throwing down the poison attacks, throwing down the arcane bolts with the concussive shots. It's a lot of damage amplification. This time Hanskin is able to get off the spike characters just about in time, but so much nukes coming through. The purification along with the right clicks and the spells coming out from the side of Virtus.Pro will secure them this kill. He is hanging on to Ilias here, but I don't know, will he actually finish the job? Right clicks coming through, but the silence comes out. GP save. They are playing defensively to save their Omni Knight, and they're going to do exactly that. They might even get the returner kill as well. Let's see a miss up onto the high ground, might be enough to save him. FNG comes in and just disrupt him for the end of the poison, so Limp will survive.
Limp was pretty dead there for that disruption. lane just in the nick of time. This did force S4 to come mid now, so he's not gonna be pressuring up bottom or defending top. I mean, Nico Baby is already doing that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bit vulnerable to Viper though.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, look what S4 is doing.
Radiant's middle tower is
And
under
steal
attack.
bounties, and they're gonna get 3 bounties again on Alliance. Dude, Alliance is on point this game. They're really
Swiftly
got their head in the game.
Yeah, they do. They are having a great time just playing this laning phase, playing this early game. But, you know, they had an impressive early game last time as well. It was when team fights came in where we started to get concerned about them. So, again, waiting until the team fight before I make any judgments on how this game is going to go.
Big group up mid on BP. They really want to protect this catapult and take this tier 1 tower. And by doing this attacks right now, Sven is farming
Dire's
really.
middle tower is under
No
attack.
pressure on him
Dire's
whatsoever.
middle tower has fallen.
Nope. He is living
Very
the
soon.
dream.
Soon to take over Nico Baby 2, who's pretty much completely free farming. Not late to a Versa or anything like that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And doing a bit of scouting, saying hello to DM and GPK and watching them
Radiant
rotate
structures are
up
fortified.
into the Lifestealer, so Nico Baby's going to know there's a lot of heroes heading his way right now. And it looks like he's trying to bait something. He has himself an infest, of course, but he's got to be wary of that silence, which is available in 2 seconds. But he knows that.
They also know DM TP bottom, so a Tidehunter in this top
Radiant's
lane.
middle tower
Lion's
is
just
under
gonna
attack.
run everybody middle. They're gonna pop the Edict in 1 second. Limp is doing such a great job. He first tied bottom with this Edict and the Glyph, and now he goes middle for the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle tower
Alliance
has fallen.
opening up the map really well at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
are scanning.
it's hard to kind of equate their both, and you know, the map presence of both of these teams. 'Cause I feel like Virtus.Pro are just looking to already move on to their next tower, but then Alliance really took this bottom tower earlier on, so yeah, VP are just lagging a little bit behind in this game. So
They are, and it's really annoying
Dire's
to
top
play
tower
against
is under
Leshrac
attack.
when your towers are dead,
Dire's structures
because
are
you
fortified.
need to be very quick with your team.
Radiant's middle
catches on
tower
the zero.
is under attack.
You wouldn't want him to get out of control. So gets that boot to travels. He doesn't have it yet though. That's the one thing for VP.
Dire's
for them
top
at the
tower
moment.
is under attack. Dire's top
not
tower
just yet. In
has
fact, he goes
fallen.
for a full wand rather than going in for.
Radiant's middle tower is
Queued
under
up a
attack.
BKB.
Ooh, he has a different game plan then. He just wants to fight the VP zeros.
Generation.
I think they are going to need these BKBs in this game. Oh, no, that's too low. But
GPK top.
I feel like super late game they might be considering as they jump onto GPK, and they are going to be able to take him down instantaneously. Goodbye, Viper. Save unable to do anything. One before he leaves. I think he's getting run down by Limp. Oh no!
Dire's middle
Oh
tower
no!
is
The
under
left track
attack.
gets a solo kill on
Radiant's
Sven.
bottom
That's not how
tower
the
is
story's
under
supposed to go. And now Sage in some trouble as well. S4 realizing there's little threats on the board, but unfortunately it gets silenced up, and S4 won't be able to finish the job on to the Skyraft.
Radiant's
But,
top tower
wow,
is under
2
attack.
critical kills across the map for Alliance here, as Limp's making some magic happen on this Lash rack.
Pretty big minute for Virtus.Pro right now. Oh, sorry, for Alliance right now.
Radiant structures
They
are
got
fortified.
mid tower, bottom tower, top tower soon to be dead. They get 3 huge kills, especially with the Sven and the Viper. And look at VP's
Radiant's top
map
tower
control
is
right
under
now.
attack.
They're like pretty much squished onto their side of the map, and they really need to make something happen. Save hasn't been able to use Mystic play yet.
Radiant's top tower has
He's been
fallen.
very limited in what he's been able to. Well, see Nico Baby and Hanskin here. I mean, they feel the silence, so they're going to throw down onto Alexia straight away. To try and bring him down here. Hanskin trying to get inside that Mystic Flare, but he gets the rage off and gets inside Hanskin to save life. Meanwhile, S4 jumping into the fight. They've used a couple of their ultis now, so I don't think they're very scared of Lions, but at the same time, the fence nearby, seeing if they can maybe get out of God's Strength, something like that as the silence gets dropped onto S4, so he can't move around for just a little bit. There comes the Atos, there comes the God's Strength. They're going to be able to take down the Timber, but in the back, Nico Baby's going to jump out the other side, but the GA is there to counter it, so he can't actually bring down any heroes. And Rage is ending. He doesn't have an invest either. He could be in some trouble. FNG comes over the stage, also to try to control down the demonic purge, but there's a Ravage to control up the lifesteal and to get on top of these two heroes. Beautifully done from DM to now move on top of FNG as well. He's going to be the next hero taken out by Virtus.Pro. Hanskin is coming into the creep wave. I think he wants to try and buy a bit of time here and see if he can just stop these pushes coming through. Go for the TP away and will make it out. But still, once again, Alliance, you know, we've read this book before. They do great throughout the laning phase. They turn up that first engagement and it just goes horribly wrong.
A little bit of miscommunication for Alliance. S4 really wanted to fight and man up in that situation, but Nico Baby used his rage before he infested into the Nyx, so he wanted that rage to be back up again before they would take the fight and try to kill the Viper. Alliance probably just backed off as soon as they saved their lifestealer, but a little too long. We punished for it.
Well, not the first fight which Alliance were hoping for in this game. They thought they'd kind of played it really nicely as they managed to force out the God Strength, but then they realized that Tip Sword's actually getting beaten down pretty quickly. And I mean, I did like the idea, you know, force the God Strength, and then once they're focused on the bottom, try and go for a kill. Oh, FNG is there once again with it and perfectly positioned to make sure this lifesteal can get out of it. Now he pops a Rage, actually looking to go in onto GPK. He does not have an infest, but doesn't really need it as the split earth comes through from Limp from the side to bring a Viper, and now that looks for save as well. He's trying to get himself away, but guess what? There's a Yules and there's too much damage. Gyro to withstand it. He's going to lose his life as well.
What a counterplay. That was so beautiful from FNG. Just, he's always at the right place at the right time in this game. On to the lifestealer, purging up the Viper so he can't get out. Leshak also there, ready to fight with his allies, trying to build up some momentum once again after losing that engagement top. Gonna keep pressing on bottom. One thing Alliance's draft, they cannot do Roshan very well, so there isn't a whole lot of reason for them to play around the top and mid area of the map apart from stopping the Sven's farm. He prefers to just play for his own farm at the moment, try to pressure this bot lane up, and I think that's the right call too. Leshak does have Edict that can towers down very quickly. Maybe they also want to bring him down there.
Yeah, he's going for this Desolator on the lifesteal to try and make Roshan a more feasible objective for them.
Fear not,
Unfortunately, that's going to be a little while before he has it.
Limp also making his way to that AB. Got it very soon. They want to wait for these items actually before they take any engagements on the lines.
You know what I actually wanted to see on GPK this game? Ooh, S4 Timber Chain up to the high ground. FNG and S4 will be able to escape. Yeah, you know what I want to see on GPK this game though? I would have ripped to Blade Mail from try and play it
against the Leshak and the Timber. Yeah, it could have been good.
Not just that as well, but also with Save Silence, you know, Blade Mail reflects the type of magic damage, the type of damage you receive, so if it's magic, then the Ancient Seal will going to amplify the damage being reflected, so you can see heroes just pop if they try to fight for it. They get the Ancient Seal put on them.
I do like the Atos first though, because they don't have any catch really, especially since it's that's still okay. Maybe you just realize like, oh, I just need a bigger item right now. But I do like the idea of Blade Mail. It's pretty good.
BKB also going to be very strong into this Lashrak's Timber as well, so start opting for the Magic community. They want to fight Virtus.Pro. They want to be as strong as possible. They love it when everyone's looking golden, when their 3 cores are looking nice and unkillable. They feel strong.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And Alliance are feeling very comfortable to stay split on this map. Like Lifestealer just bottom. He knows he can't die right now. He's pretty tanky. He can just pop the rage, TP out. Timber also feels unkillable. So Leshak has all the freedom to farm up the jungle camps, whereas VP, they need to stay tight together. They have the fear of this Nyx assassin or some kind of a small crushing thing that could possibly come. Look how many sentries they got on the side of the Radiant on the map right now.
Yeah, they are littering the enemy jungle with it. They want to know. They want to know where the wards are, and they want to get down the vision. They want to make sure that they've got the advantage if they take a fight in the enemy jungle, which seems to be exactly what they want to do. Atos onto S4. He doesn't really mind though. He's a boy. He's even got himself a Lotus Orb now. A great Hood Lotus. Oh,
yeah,
really
8 sentries of Virtus.Pro versus 4 of Alliances on the map right now. That's a very sad Omni Knight. Constantly having to buy a bunch of cents. just because of the Nyx factor at the moment.
But you know the thing I really like about Timbersaur's Lotus Orb purchase this game is that it can cover for the weaknesses of the Lifestealer. Because if he gets silenced, obviously he can't get off the rage. So that's when the Lotus Orb is going to come in to purge that off and make sure he can get off these rages in the team fight.
It's very good. It's what Lifestealer needs as soon as the rage. He also needs these defensive items when the rage finishes. Right, because that's actually his weakest point. Not when like he needs to use a rage, but when his rage is about to run out. So Lotus, Glimmer Capes, these disruptions just to save. These are the things that Lifestealer enjoys having on his teammates.
Yeah, he does.
It's actually
just wants
it's often very scary thing when you're playing Lifestealer and you pop your rage and there's like so many heroes around you.
Yeah.
You need to plan your escape out. Once your rage is down, you're pretty much a useless creep for the most part.
More or less. But they have now finished off the Desolator. I'm thinking they want to play, but DN just jumps in, drops a Ravage straight away. They're going to be able to completely destroy Handskin. So let's go baby Bandit to get off that rage, but he's going to get Viper ulted up as well, controlling him up just a little bit. He needs to get inside a home, and he's going to jump inside FNG. Meanwhile, S4 in the middle of the entire enemy team, but he is going to be able to get that Timber Chain away to safety. Now VP, they've dropped their ultimates for the one. Do Alliance back themselves away as they continue poking? I mean, GPK is getting those poisons stacked up upon him, but he is going to be alright with that self-off. Alliance, they don't want to get overzealous here. They can just wait for their Nyx Assassin to be back and they can go for the counter-strike. Definitely.
This is Alliance's timing right now, right? They got that BKB on Limp. Lifestealer has a Desolator. Ravage is on cooldown. Gaussian's on cooldown. Instant smoke as soon as Hansken gets back.
Baiting beautifully in the middle lane. He can throw that Lotus Orb off onto himself, but he doesn't even need to as he jumps forwards onto the Viper. Viper getting beaten down here as Nico Baby just jumps in for save. The GA comes out, but unfortunately he also onto GPK. Takes it off immediately. They can just get on top of this Viper and kill him off as well. 2 kills for Alliance and much less committed compared to what VP threw down for. And guess what? They're heading into Roshan. They've got a Desolator. They've got 4 points in the Diabolic Edict. This Roshan is going to absolutely melt.
It is. There's nothing that VP can do about this. 1 more minute left on the Ravage. Looking back now, that Ravage onto the Nyx probably was not worth it, as there was no other follow-up. Go on to the next targets.
No, if they could have somehow found Nico Baby in the back after that, then yeah, it could have been something, but they needed to deal with Handskin because you can't let that Nyx Assassin survive and then just get an impale on the back of you, so Virtus.Pro really had their options limited, and now Nico Baby's going to pick up an Aegis.
The happy boy. The baby. Just gonna keep shoving this bottom lane all the way out. No fear of dying. Just pop rage, walk away, jump into a creep. But he did TP though. Doesn't have a TP escape. Gonna be a bit patient for his teammates.
Yeah, but FNG, he's here to babysit. He's actually just being stalked by this Titan illusion.
They just A-click him, chase him around. It's so annoying.
He's just pinging it. He's going, Nico Baby.
He's like, yo, Nico Baby, can you kill this? They see me. I wonder what they're waiting for right now on Alliance. Do they have any big items coming out? I guess Leshak has 500 gold from his boot to trap. Lifestealer, no, not really close to this AC. I would like to see them play top and mid and try to finish off these last 2 tier 2 towers.
Yeah, me too.
On Alliance. Also, that will give a chance for VP to show themselves in front of you in those fights while you have this agent.
But I was going to say it looks like they're making that classic beep, but instead they infest inside the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin pops the Vendetta, and he's going to now look for a hero to hunt. Throwing some spells at Leshak in mid, but Limp's pretty chill. He knows how tanky he is. He's got himself a Yules. He's got himself a BKB. Good luck bringing this guy down.
He also fogs the Stormhammer there.
Radiant are
Check just walks away. And now it's going to be a fat boy up to travels. Ooh, purple rune. Oh boy, that's a big rune.
Fear nothing. Indeed, and Hanskin's going to be able to pop the entire smoke of Virtus. They jump the Nick assassin, but Nickababy just pops out. Hello, surprise! Humper straight onto save. Meanwhile, Epileptic Kid being controlled up in this team fight as he can't really get his ultimate, but now he looks for a target. FNG controlling over the demonic purge and just controlling the heroes, but now a big ravage coming down. They might be able to take down Nickababy with the cleave. They will be able to do so for the first time, but he's coming back to life, and that's losing health. GM is going to be the first one to go down here, probably, as they will get on top of him and take him out. A long will save dying earlier on. Alliance, they take this fight once again. It costs them the Aegis, but they'll be more than happy with that.
Then also teaming after Epileptic Kid. He's got him. Oh, Jukes. All right.
Yep. Wow. Bye.
That's a place I have not seen. Someone Jukes area there. They're still looking for him. Ankles be broken.
Radiant structures.
Like, alright, whatever. I give up. Just gonna go for the tower. That would have been an insanely huge kill.
Yeah, that would have been
Radiant's top tower
game turning. But
Looking
still big.
back at that last fight, GP really lacked the damage up. Alliance with that disruption save. All they were able to really get was the Aegis from the Lifestealer. Timber wasn't even close to dying. Ilias.
Yeah, this little hammer boy has hammered his last nail today as he killed off trying to just be on the enemy side of the map, find some bounties, find some runes, find some camps. We believed it might be safe. 10k gold advantage for Alliance though, they're feeling very, very happy. Their track is strong, their Lifestealer is stronger. Sven, he's still a threat, but yeah, in the last fight, look, he tried to go for the backline, and then FNG just straight up dumped the demonic purge onto his face, and he's like, oh, I'm moving at 2 miles per hour. This is problematic.
Alliance are just absolute. Alliance are in absolute control of this game, not only like on the map, but also in the team fights. You would think this Ravage is a big spell, but feels like they don't have the burst available during the Ravage. Glenn is slightly behind at the moment.
Well, DM being hunted by Nickababy. Hanskin coming in as well. He's going to have that break to offer to make it a little bit easier to crack this watermelon. He gets off a meg, but it's not going to save him. And FNG dropped him on. Alright, FNG. Fine.
Alright.
Got strong feelings towards the Tide Hunter.
The 50-second or 1 minute cooldown, he's good. They're gonna go straight to the high ground with the Tide Hunter being dead. Lightseer can always that rage, hit for like a couple seconds, get out. Edict.
Just timber chains past the entire barracks just to flex. Another buyback with the Tide Hunter. I think they should probably consider leaving, although Epileptic has got it pretty deep, but he's got a BKB at his own. Invest into S4 to try and get themselves away Alliance. They want to try and leave. They pop the God Strength and they pop the BKB onto VP. If they can actually get themselves away, then this could be huge. And it looks like they're going to be able to. I mean, S4, he's just sitting there watching them hit him. He doesn't care. But now the Ravage comes in. They might be able to take them here, but it doesn't matter. They're just duking them out perfectly. FNG will finally, will he even fall? He's just going to walk away. He doesn't give a damn. DM's going to die instead. And now with the stun coming out on the GPK, they control him up. Save's going to lose his life. Nickababy finds the Sven. Sven trying to turn around, but he hits like a wet flannel as they take him down. Hanskin, the only one to die on the side. That's it. They're done. They are done. GG called. Alliance take game 2, drawing out the series in a very convincing way. I didn't expect this.
That was crazy. I mean, this last track, it all came down, to be honest, to the Timber Saw in the end, right? Yeah. This is the first time where BP, they lost their Omni Sven lane. Sure, he farmed well and all, but this Timber got that solo kill, became level 7, and then after that, they just could never kill him. Their only stun on BP's side, apart from the Sven who wants to farm, was a Tide Hunter Ravage. That's like a big cooldown. They couldn't really make many plays either. Out of Virtus.Pro afterwards. And Alliance, like, not only was Timber amazing, FNG this game absolutely incredible. Like, his first 5 minutes was spot on. His mid game, like camping the right heroes, disrupting first, making a counter play, and just turning the fights around, just pretty much stalled all of VP's potential momentum they could put up had FNG not. Big plays for, like